is today being celebrated as the fastest growing major economy. Young, digital, influential, but it is happening at a time when, the geopolitics is in a churn, there is conflict, and there is energy volatility. Okay? So the question is not whether India is growing. The question is whether the growth is durable, deep, and inclusive. Yeah, if you may elaborate on that.
Okay. Thank you for that question. If you look at the global picture, actually, the G7 is having less than 50% of the global GDP today. G7 is an acute crisis. And of course, we say we are also in crisis because we always like to be part of the global. The Second World War, for instance, it was not our war, but we died. Quite a number of us in Singapore and Sudan and other things. Because the British commander told, we will fight the Germans to the last Indian. So like that, this is not our crisis. This is our positive thing. G7 is more than 50% of the global GDP today. And, BRICS and other countries. G7 is much less than 50%. And G7 is crying. We are not understanding that. And some other time I've explained it in detail. This currently the war is one of the outcome of that G7 crisis. So our growth has been phenomenal. Globally it is recognized. And one more point to remember is, somewhere around, if you go back in time, our poverty rate was 24 to 25%. But today, it is recognized that it is less than 10%. And in many states, it is less than 5%. This is not Government of India figures. This is actually done by the IMF, World Bank, and various other global agencies. So, there has been a tremendous amount of change which has come about the last something like 20 years or 25 years. I think that we should recognize it. That is very, very important.
Tell me something. Your major work has been, you have been working on the fundamentals of Indian economy for the longest time. And your focus has been unorganized sector to a great extent. So tell us something. Tell us, is this advantage Bharat, that what is being said, is it a narrative or is it a reality? Advantage Bharat. Okay. Are we in a position, advantageous position, really, or is it just a narrative?
We are in a tremendous advantage situation which we are not recognizing. That is much more important. We have phenomenal amount of things which we have achieved. One is poverty, I was telling about. More important is we have something like 6 to 7 major inventions, major development which have taken place. For instance, we have started using technology to reduce corruption. For instance, if you had traveled in Indian Railways before 1990, you would realize that you have to meet the man with the black coat in the platform in order to get into the train. And that whole thing has changed. Some general manager used to tell me that the cabinet minister at Delhi used to instruct who should be TCA in which station, Railway Central or Sialda or Delhi and other. Because these are considered in those days as ATM posting. Today you see the whole thing has changed. My students say they don't have to show even the printed ticket. They have to show that the mobile phone and so we have phenomenally used technology, and this has been recognized by many other countries actually. Second is GST. People don't realize what we have achieved. 22 different type of state regulations and rules have been made into a single tax. One of the EU professors told me in Paris that you could achieve in GST what in EU we are planning for the last 40 years. We could not achieve. You are similar to EU. And not many people, including my good communist friends, realize that
One of them is sitting right here.
you know that GST,
Yeah.
Pitamaha, you know whom? Who do you think? Can you make a guess? Jyoti
You
Basu.
tell us.
It was Jyoti Basu and Ashim Das Gupta of MIT who conceived, because there was a project done in
Yeah.
the
Asim Das Gupta had a big role to play. Yeah.
1970, there was a project in which I was personally involved by Ashim Das Gupta, where we did a survey of sales tax. And we found to our horror in Greater Calcutta, up to 60% evasion was taking place. Believe me. And the amount is phenomenal actually. Then we did a small study of Durgapur and various places. And Jyoti Babu, those days, he was also scandalized actually. He told, what is the way out? Then Ashimji told the only way is to have a uniform tax system in the country. That time Manmohan Singh was the chief economic advisor. He has just become from the RBI governor. And he was very enthusiastic about it. Believe me, Ashim Das Gupta was the one who formulated the whole outline for the GST. And this is something people don't recognize. A country like, vast country like India has achieved. And of course, later on, Arun Jaitley, so many others took it over, and 2007 only. It has its own limitations. Yeah. Nobody denies. Passport, for instance, we used to have, passport means you have to meet an age.
Yeah, many small reforms and big reforms have taken place.
Massive.
Yeah.
You know, UPI transaction, the previous finance minister, who is from this state, he ridiculed. Can it ever be done? Where is electricity? Where is network and other things? Today you see UPI transaction, sorry, 45% of the global transactions are from India, turning into billions actually. Not only that, there was a signal when I was recently traveling in Bombay. When there is a signal, the people come and sell you so many things, you know, small artifact, this and that. And one beggar came. He asked, I told, I don't keep cash. And you know what he did? He pulled out from his shirt cutie. He told, sir, if you GPay, it is okay.
Yeah, that is why probably you are right that ATMs are no longer in fashion. Okay,
fascinating.
So you know whether it is
we are not inventors of anything. Let's be very clear. But we are a great adapters.
Yeah.
80% of us have got smartphone today,
Yeah.
and all of them are used by fitter, plumber, carpenter, and so many other people. So,
yeah, service sector is using UPI to a great extent. So that is one of the things I wanted to ask you. So is there
one, since Britas, I should tell, is EVM. The greatest invention is EVM. It cannot be manipulated. One can challenge it. It's like individual calculators. It's not connected to the internet. And it has got, believe me, $100 billion US export market. We, like elephant, throw mud on our own head and are minimizing its impact. I was in US at that time, and there was a discussion. I'm not talking only about electoral politics. So many things, parent-teacher meeting, the RWAs, various places, elections are conducted. So the parent-teachers meeting of that, they told, why don't we use India's EVM? One gentleman told their own opposition leader is telling it is not useful. And the idea was dropped. Such a huge market is waiting in smaller countries adjacent to us and other Southeast Asian countries. We have not exploited it, actually. If you recall, you are senior enough to recall, in 1980, there was a demand for our ink, which is used in the election. That time, so much campaign was done that Indira Gandhi has made some ink which will disappear and other things. The countries which are wanting to import from us, they stopped. And some stupid country is now giving some something like Fevicol or something in other places. What I want to say is, we don't recognize some of the major achievements we have done. This is one of our greatest problems and faults.
But you come from Bangalore and you have taught in IIM, and you tell me that whether it is AI or tech, we haven't really created apps or created concepts. We are very good at cut and paste or implementing what others create. So, since it is a student audience mostly, I would like to ask you while these achievements or reforms have happened, are we actually creating jobs or job creators, or just producing degree holders?
See, the point is, this fear, previous session also, so many may be unemployed and other things. Are we to stop now? See, so many will be unemployed. I am asking you, when I was in school, every street used to have 3 cobblers. Every street used to have 2 tailors. Where have all they gone? And my mother's kitchen was full of metals. My daughter's kitchen is full of ceramic. All the metal item has come to the drawing room. Where have all these metal makers have gone? Have you ever cared about it or thought about it? But suddenly people are telling, AI will come and take away all our, because the people who are going maybe redundant or people like us. So we are so much, nothing will happen. We will find new ways. When internet came, same thing was told. So many people will be out of job. And when print technology came, people were telling,
well,
this will not happen. I can assure you.
Yeah. So on that positive note, that AI is not going to be end of the world, and it will not take away all the jobs. It will create new kind of jobs. On that note, let us conclude. Thank you so much.